Okay, Chris.
What's up? You want to know? So let's do it like this. I specifically didn't mention his name because of that, but in the context of what was going on, we're talking about an alleged plot. Alleged plot. There was no plot. I will tell you that right now. I understand that you're friends with Monique, and that's totally cool. I got nothing but respect for that family. Okay? Despite everything that's going down, nothing but respect for them. I will stand here and say till the day I die, there was no plot.
Oh, exclusive, extra, extra. Read all about it. Leave my filter on because it's going to be on the blog so I look cute. Okay, this is new information. Monique claims y'all plotted against her at Andy's baby shower. So there was a conversation about Monique not at the shower, but after the shower. We were eating somewhere. And there were a couple of people there with me. Several people there with me. And there was a conversation about someone plotting to spread a rumor that Chase was not Chris's baby. That conversation happened. I was there for it. I never contributed to the plotation of the conversation. Ever. As a matter of fact, I said that would never fly and it should be dropped. I know that I also said that Monique talks a lot, and Robin was there. Robin said to me, oh, you talking about your friend? I was like, yes, but she's not here to defend herself, so let's not talk about her. And there were other things said, other kind of plotty things that were said. And I also want to say that I told Monique what was said at that dinner. But I was never a part of any plot there or anywhere else. You can hit me with any other scenarios and I will tell you what happened. I was never a part of any plot to plot against Monique. Like, it's just the narcissism. Why do you think everybody's trying to plot against you? You are not that important. You don't matter that much. You don't. It's just the arrogance of it all. Yes, a parasite. That is the right word. Oh yeah, that was going to be the rumor. Sky 1000, the rumor, let me get my filter on because it's going to be on the blogs. The rumor was going to be that it wasn't Chris's baby, it was a trainer's baby. That was what somebody was going to try and make the rumor out to be. And I said, that baby looked just like Chris. That Chris Samuels spat that baby out. There's no way that anyone is going to believe that this is not Chris's baby. And I think that's why it never ended up coming out. Why this person never started that rumor, because they knew they'd look stupid, because Chase looks just like his dad. Like, just like him.
Stand here and say till the day I die, there was no plot. My point being, in that particular clip,
She exposed the plot on her live.
Dude, Monique posted a live right before that where she talked about the plot. A person directly asked Candiace, what plot is Monique talking about? And Candiace said...
Candiace exposed. You want me to play it on TV?
Trust me, I've seen it 100 times. I've seen it 100 times.
Andy didn't roll the clip last night. He didn't roll the clip last night. I can.
I know he didn't.
So
trust me, I've seen it.
Don't go there. She exposed the plot.
Monique exposed it before that.
She did it in response to what was going on. And she was
There was nothing going on. RJ, nobody talked about it on the show the entire season. It wasn't brought up. Listen, just follow me on this for two.
To the information, but I am. I know exactly I know exactly who Gigi talked to. I know exactly who carried it to Giselle. So please, let's not go there. I want to know.
Let's look at it like this.
How did you his likeness?
Okay, first let's back. I'll get to that. Let's back up for 1 second. Okay, this baby shower where this plot supposedly took place was before season 4 reunion ever filmed. If there was a plot, if there was a plan to bring somebody's family down, it would have been brought up at the reunion. You know why it would have been brought up?
They brought it up to production, and when they brought it up to production, production did not want to touch it. Why? Because it is evil. It is evil. Production did not want to touch it, Chris. Who are you talking about?
That's not true. That's not true. So again, production did. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake, that's correct. Production didn't want to touch it, right? So it wasn't brought up on the reunion, which means it wasn't going to be brought up on the show. And then we saw the clip last night of Chris saying, "Oh, Giselle, don't he look like me?" I didn't even know that existed until last night. But even again, it still wasn't talked about on the show.
So this season, we didn't see Giselle literally say from her own mouth everything that we heard. Like you didn't see when she put that out there on the show?
When she went on Watch What Happens Live and made the comment about...
literally on the show. When she was like, I heard, you know how she did. She's like, I heard, blah, 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 blah.
I'll be honest, because of everything that happened this season, I didn't watch after episode 5.
Well,
I haven't seen anything after episode 5 except for the reunion last night.
And having any of those in-depth conversations with me then. So what I want.
So let's go back to your question, your original question.
Yes.
Right, because I understand where you're coming from. And like I said, I've reached out to you. I reached out to Marcella. I did express my condolences. Everybody on this, listen, can I, dog, let me finish. Please let me, you brought me on. You want to hear what I have to say. So I want to finish, and I want to give everybody the background, all right? I want to give everybody the background, because everybody that's on this live knows damn well the issues that Khyle and I had in the past. Like, it was bad. From me, from him, you know personally that he and I, while we never came to a complete agreement, we did agree to disagree, and we came to a semi-understanding, right? And we never got to fully make up, and I expressed to you how terrible I felt for not being able to fully bury that hatchet, right? So last night we get to this plot thing, and my whole issue, and this is why I didn't say his name, I just said supporting a blog that, okay? And yes, some people who are more privy, the ones who are on social media, probably did infer that I was referencing him. But my point being, and didn't come across in that because, and I'm sure Monique told you this too, there was heavy editing from that thing. Like, it didn't flow. But anyway, point being, don't be mad that you think somebody was talking about your kids, but support somebody talking bad about someone else's kids. That was my only point. And that's why I didn't mention his name. I didn't mention him directly. I just said you support a blog who had a whole lot of shit to say about my kids, who talked about Robin's kids. And trust me, I'm upset too. I don't like my kids talked about either. So I understand what Chris was going through. I really do. Like, I respect Chris to this day. You guys all saw what we talked about at the end after we walked off stage. There was a lot of emotion going on right there from a whole lot of levels. And I understand you being his best friend and being an outside person, how that can upset you. So if that upset you last night, I'm going to formally apologize to you right now as well. It wasn't my intent. My intent was to bring awareness. Like, I understand that you're hurting because somebody's talking about your kid and you think that there's this plot to bring you all down. But people's kids get talked about. And unfortunately, and I told Chris this after the reunion, and there were cameras there. I don't know why they didn't show this part either, but reality TV has become, and I respect Monique for saying this today as well, that, you know, it's becoming too much for a lot of people. It has taken a turn. And like I talked on earlier, and I heard you say there used to be a time when, right? Reality TV was fun, but it's all about ratings. It's all about drama, and it's who's going to push the envelope the next. And the sad part is, it may not be our show. It may not even be a housewife show. But I said this to Chris, and he looked at me like I was crazy. Somebody's going to end up dead from a violent act because everybody wants the ratings and everybody wants to push the envelope. And it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. And yes, I have been very vocal on social media at times because everyone knows I defend my wife. And the funny part is y'all want to sit here and praise Chris for defending his wife, which I'm glad he did because he should. That's what a man does, defend their wife. But then y'all would dog the fuck out of me for hollering at people for disrespecting my wife. Like, you had some not so nice things to say, but I know where you're coming from because you and I have had conversations, and I told you personally that I'm not going down that road again with people. So I understand where you're coming from. I understand you're hurt. Now, I'm not happy with what you said, but I'm not going to sit here and call you out your name and say all these other things, because what does that do at the end of the day? It does nothing for anybody at all. But I understand your hurt. I understand your frustration. I know where you're coming from. And again, I'm going to apologize to you for referencing him, but I did it in a way that I felt was respectful, that only people that knew would know what I was talking about.
And I was that person. And his mom, you need to apologize to his mom as well. His family. Don't look at the comments.
No, I'm going to say, because the people are right. I'm just reading. And I don't disagree with you.
In the moment, this is us. This is real. There was a death. Your wife, a death upon her. You brought him up. Now let's
be honest. He trashed her and had some very disgusting things to say about her for over a year before she even made that comment. Now, that comment was wrong, 100%. I would tell you that's wrong. But you mentioned something earlier. She didn't know, and I told you this. She didn't know about his condition when she said that. I told her about it after she said that because I told her it was wrong. You don't wish death on people, especially somebody, and you can believe it or not, she didn't know. Hand to God, I've been nothing but honest with you, RJ, since the very first day.
Death on someone is wrong.
Because when people are angry, much like Chris Samuels, you say things out of anger. He doesn't want to beat women. I don't think Chris wants to beat women, but he said he wishes he could, right?
Literally was like prepared. She literally sat and said, let me turn on my filter so I can look cute.
She does that on every live.
She
does it on every live. That's her. But I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from.
This one is specific because it had to do with my friend. So she
specific to you, not specific to everybody else though. She does what she does.
Filter to look cute because she knew it was going to be recorded. She knew it was going to go around, and boy, oh boy, did it.
She does that for all of her lives, though. And yes, it did, because yes, she has a mouth. She does. She uses it, and she expresses it however she feels in the moment. And yes, that's something she needs to work on. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not defending it.
To me, it's the same weight as trying to get somebody killed. Because if you're wishing death upon them to not exist anymore, then you're probably not too far off in that.
So let me ask you this. The comments,
so you're going to keep going back to the comments?
No, RJ, no, I'm not, because I don't want to go down there. And out of respect, RJ, there's a lot of things, dog. There's a lot of things you're talking about comments and how people perceive words. And I get that words hurt, right? But when you weaponize a platform, the multitude of people who also, like, what's the next question, man?
Chris.
Because it's going to go down a road, RJ, it's going to go down a road that it doesn't need to. And that's something that I want to talk to you about personally.
But the thing is, she was so quick to...
When has she never been quick with something, though?
She was so quick to clean up her remarks about the gays, about us. She was so quick. I wonder why. But when it comes to a human being that passed 2 months after, when it comes to a human being that what the words that she said actually resonated, he actually said, maybe she's right. Maybe I should be dead. When it comes to a human being, she has yet to say anything because no one has put the flames to her butt. And because she can sleep at night, knowing that this man passed, and knowingly now that I know that you actually told her about, him being sick, and she still has not said anything, not a peep, lets me know who she truly is as a person, the person that you married. She's not right, Chris. I'm sorry. But she's not right.
Define not right.
You want me to roll the clip?
I've seen the clip, but this is what I don't want to do, because you're going to force me into a position where I'm going to have to say something I don't want to say out of respect.
I can't force you into anything. You wanted to come on this live. You came on my live.
No, you wanted me to come on the live. I was just supporting
on my live. And
I did.
You said if you want to talk about it, we could talk about it.
Right. To support you. I want to give you that moment that I think you deserve from me.
What moment?
You asked the question about why did I mention him last night? You wanted an explanation. I'm giving that to you.
Let's get that clear.
What was that? I didn't catch it.
The conversation, not a moment. My live was just fine before we got on.
Okay. And I mean, can I say?
I mean, I just want to know, like, how did she sleep at night?
Therapy, a lot of it. Look, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And some you can come back from.
By hers.
She what? Sorry, you cut her.
Yeah, she's yet to rectify hers. Why do you always have to clean up her dirty work?
I don't always clean up her dirty work, but there are times where I'm her husband, man. I married her for the woman that she is, and it's my job to not only support her but protect her. That's what a husband does. That's what a friend does. That's what Chris did for Monique last night. That's what we do, man. Like, nobody's perfect, and I told you, and I've said what she said in regards to Khyle in that moment was fucked up.
So when you
there's no denying that.
When you had to tell her that wishing death on someone because she hasn't lived like life was wrong, what did she say? What was her answer? Because she has an answer for everything.
She said, "You're right. It is too far. I was angry, and that's how I responded." And then, and I will tell you, the day that we found out, and I told her what happened, she was upset. She was mad at herself. You can take it or leave it, but she was very upset. Not to the extent where, Khyle was saying, maybe he should, and, nobody should ever feel that way. It's
she didn't know that.
But she was upset. She felt horrible. She didn't really have any words, because what kind of words do you have at that point? Right? She knows it's not her fault, but she knows that her words do have meaning. She knows that.
Well, guess what? I won't let it run.
I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to. I'm not asking you to. I've never once in our conversations, I have never said, can you please not? Can you not do this? Can you not do that? Right? I've let you because of the way things were with Khyle and I told you specifically, I'm not going to go down that road with you. It's a bad road. I don't want to go down that road. I understand where you're coming from. I respect where you're coming from, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do the back and forth. I'm not going to, do anything. And I think you and I'm not going to say like we're friends, but we've kind of, I want to say that there's a mutual respect. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that's from what I see. Like there's a little bit of interaction on posts and stuff and comments. Nothing that's like, oh, hey, we're buddy, but I think it's taken a different road than where Khyle and I went.
Really, Chris?
What? Am I lying?
You're being disrespectful.
To who?
To me.
How am I being disrespectful to you?
He does not need to be mentioned in that way.
Look, I'm taking responsibility for what I did. I never had to go. What I'm saying is,
you don't have to give me flowers and then say, oh, it didn't go, we're not going in the direction that you're.
What I'm saying is, RJ, listen to me. What I'm saying is, what I did was wrong. How I handled that situation was wrong. I had an opportunity to try and get right with Khyle. We sort of got there. It didn't get to where I wanted to. I felt bad. I saw a lot of your posts. I wanted to reach out and express my condolences because that's the type of person that I am. And I want to make sure this is how we grow in life, right? You make a mistake, you don't want to repeat it. Is that not right? Is that not how life works? You fuck up, you own your fuck up, and then you try to be better about it. And that's what I'm trying to do.